Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Foundry. Now this is the second time I'm recording this video because the first time my recording software after an update didn't pick up my microphone and I didn't check. So yeah, quite a lot missed. But at the end of the last episode, we had a couple of problems. Firstly, power was a big issue. That has been sorted. We have 240 solar panels and 240 new batteries in this lovely facility over here. And our power is not a problem anymore. Second thing, I wasn't getting enough oxygen on this side because there were two spots on the inside that I didn't see. I hadn't put vents on. Those two vents made a huge difference. Now everything is working exactly as it should. At optimum temperatures. Perfect. Today we're going to face a new challenge because my Telluxite mine has run dry. And I don't like that idea, and I don't like the idea of having to try and mine somewhere else because yeah, there isn't another Telluxite vein anywhere on the map that I could find yet. So, ignore this pipeline, I will explain it shortly. Also, ignore this big thing because I should have showed this being built, but anyway, let's go down into the mine and see what's going on. So as you can see, nothing is going on. The mines have run dry, and if we run through here we can see how the rail has extended out and the miners have stopped because they've reached the core. We need to soften that core, and we're going to use a technique called fracking to do that. So that's basically pumping fracking liquid into the ground and softening things up so we can carry on mining indefinitely. Wait, did I say let's get stuck in? So we here, this is a modular building, and basically what I've done is I've maxed it out. So I put the base down, you have to clear an area. The base has to be over the ore vein. Okay, so it can't be out there, it needs to be over the ore vein. And then you just add the towers until you can't add any more. At the top, then you need to add the pipe connection and the power connection, and then it builds. So this is somewhat unsupported at the moment, but I'll sort that out. As you can see, there's a spot that'll pump what we are going to make into the ground. So this pipeline here is bringing fracking liquid all the way from base because at the moment there is no way to transport fluids with transport ships. So it's a heck of a long way. Now, a little problem I encountered is each of those sections of pipe holds 500 liters. Oh, look. Things are taking a while to spawn in. Anyway, so there's probably more, but let's say there's 400 sections of pipe going down there. That's 200,000 liters. And at a rate of 2,400 a minute, I've got two machines, two chemical processes that are making the fracking liquid. And they're making each at 1,200, so it's 2,400. It would take almost an hour and a half just to fill the pipes before we even back up to the tanks. This has been running for a while, the tanks are still empty, the pipes are filling up. Two chemical processes, they're taking in air, water, and alumite gas. And the air is coming from one of these, which is a modular building, the air intake. Got a pipe adapter on here because these have the big pipeline pipes, the ducting pipes. So converted down to normal pipes. So we've got the air coming in, we've got the alumite gas and the water coming from the pipeline. And these are going into 4 tanks for storage. But yes, like I said, a lot of pipes to fill up first. Oh, and by the way, I changed my factory a bit. So, brought the pipes into the bus. And it's pretty handy because you can just tap off them. I have them at a higher level, and then to tee off, coming straight down is one level higher than the tee off. So when it goes off to a factory, like to this painting station, because I've got all the new robotics stuff happening here, filling up, well, I think I filled up the containers because these don't back up very well. And I'm going to take that, I got those ramps the wrong way around. So yeah, I'm going to take the robot stuff to the top and I'm going to create a production line. That production line, the original one, that was a good test, but we're going to do away with that. And it has served its purpose pretty well. I have to say, this little factory we've got up top has provided quite a nice amount of thermalite sheets, so that has enabled us to carry on extending the line. But yeah, I think this looks a little bit better than it did before. And I put catwalks all over the place as well, so we can walk around. Okay, back to the fracking. I'm not going to wait almost an hour longer to fill up those pipes. I'm sure there's enough in the pipes down at the end. And I still have to do that fracking operation 3 more times at our other locations. These 3 locations over here. The xenoferrite, the ignium, and the technum ore veins. Because eventually those are going to run out as well. And as you can see, those are pretty far away. If you compare the one that we're currently doing, these are at least 3 times, maybe 4 times the distance. So those pipes are going to take a long time to fill. I really do hope they bring fluid and gas transport ships soon. Alright, so as you can see, absolutely nothing going on here. And if I've set this all up right, this isn't as confusing as the blast furnace, so hopefully everything works out well. But yeah, nothing happening at the moment. So let's turn this guy on and see what happens. It stores 1,000 in its tank, and I should probably have put a tank in here, storage tank somewhere nearby. But I mean, it should be okay. So we need 20 liters per minute. That's fine. That's fantastic. We're making a lot more than that. Shall we go down and see if anything's going on downstairs? Still nothing. Let's see, what have I missed? Manage struts. Resume strut auto build. Okay, remove all struts. Okay, you can manage the struts of this building. Struts will always extend until they hit any blocking object. Yeah, you can remove all currently existing struts and okay, no, wait, I don't want to do that. There's something going on here? Oh, there we go. Now it's supported on its own. Cool. So those are happening, and it looks like this is turning now. Actually, I don't know, it might have been turning before. I think these have to go down until they hit solid or something before things happen, but oh my gosh, look. We've got stuff coming out. And just like that, our mining continues. Yeah, that's not right. And it's still mining at 160. There you go. They're working again. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, let me just sort out these. Sorted. 640 per minute coming up. That is excellent. So there you go. Fracking is done. It's as easy as that. Very straightforward. Just remember, be patient, because once you've started it up, those struts need to go down. But yeah, it's looking good. Pipe's it's not even half full yet. But I mean, we're only using 20 liters of fracking fluid. I'm making way too much. But then, you know, if you have a look at your scanner, there's all the 91s, there's 54s and 17s. There's a whole bunch of veins that I'm not tapping. So I could actually go lower with my lift and bring up more. Or maybe not even lower. What was the next one? We're at 91. There's 17 and 54. We'll add a station. Mine level 54, was it? Let me just confirm that. And then we will confirm there are 10 building blocks in the way. I need to go down there. Alright. It's not going to do anything. I need to delete those platforms underneath the lift. Alright. Let's just make sure, absolutely sure that there's nothing under the lift. And try that again. Mine level 54. Height is 54. Confirm. There we go. So that's going to dig down. And we're there. So we can go down to level 54 now. And ready our explosives. Just do a quick scan, see what direction we should be going in. Ooh, why can I not see anything? Oh, it's this side. Alright, so there's, yeah, should be 3 of them. Okay, now, the way I do it is I hover at the height. So we are at 54, and you can see in the top left, just in the middle of that circle, my height is 54. And then I just throw from there, and as long as my feet aren't touching the ground, I'm digging deep. Oh gosh. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. That one's right in front of me. Alright, and I found one over here. It's such a pity that I didn't actually think to check where my lift was going to be. But that's fine. So we could get another 160 off this level, and then if we go down to level 17, I think it is, just to double check. Yep, there's 3 locations at level 17. We've only 2 at 54. Alright, we'll confirm that and wait for it to hit level 17. And there we go. Let's head down and go and have a look at what we've got there. This is a different type of rock. Now, your mining tool upgrades affect how you can mine. Now, I think I've done all of my upgrades, so I'm able to get through this material. Okay, the closest one is over this side, and it's a double. Can't really see what the others are. There we go. Alright, that's fairly close by, and it's a double. So yeah, that's another 320 per minute over there. And then there's another one around the other side. Let me see if I can get to it with the explosives I've got left. There you go, and there's another double. So 640 per minute off this level. The chances of it being a triple? Unlikely. Never seen one before. Nope, just a double. Right, so I can clear a room here and bring it up. This is possible for all of the different ores. So if you have to increase your number of ores, you don't necessarily need to go and look for another vein, because there's plenty. And once you've got fracking enabled, then you'll never have to worry about mining again. So that's the fracking. And then we just have to organize how our elevators work. In this case, the mines were basically in front of the lift. So we would just put another one behind over here for the next level down, and then another one behind for the next level down. And they would all bring up the materials from those lower levels. And then you could fill this faster, which means the ship gets filled faster, so your materials get back to your factory faster. I was a little bit concerned about how much power this was going to use. Just let's have a look. Yeah, we're pulling a little tight. We're not using any battery power right now, but the fracking tower doesn't use very much power at all. Like 1 kilowatt. Surely that can't be right. It's so little. Considering that it's pressure pumping a fluid into the ground, well, hey, fine by me. But I think the other areas I've got 6 solar panels, so maybe it would be a good idea to do that in this area as well. But right now we're doing okay. I may come back and do that. I also think I have 5 batteries on the other mines. So yeah, I can add on to this, no issues. But yeah, this is running. And if I do decide to put more miners down, I'm going to need to extend this anyway. But right now, I'm getting enough to make the CPUs. So I'm happy with that. And yeah, our guy is delivering the Telluxite. We're not really having a problem. The wafers are still here. And we should have a fairly full storage. Oh yeah, completely full. So even the time that we were switched off didn't really make too much of a difference. We don't use a lot of CPUs. I'm sure they got plans for that in the future. I wonder what's going on with this graphical glitch where things don't spawn in. Yeah, they're coming in slowly, but I think maybe it has something to do with me having so many pipe sections, and each of them has this little animation. I don't know if that's causing an issue. Yeah, accumulate all of these little window animations on the pipelines could land up costing a lot in resources. Not in the game, but for the game. Yeah, these have started coming back in as well now. Alright, I'm pretty much done with the bus. Almost done with the factory. Obviously need to close it in, put more ceiling lights and maybe a few wall lights in places. Looks very dark there. I wonder what that's all about. Everything's going really nicely. I've got a spare machine here that I don't know what to do with. I put it here and then I moved on beyond it to do the setup of the belts and ramps and balances. So that's all here. I still need to re-establish my research, because once I finished my the last research, I basically turned it off and disconnected all the belts I've got a container full of excess research lying around that I had to take out of the containers that were up here. But if we look at the research now, I've only got these two left, the pump jack efficiency and mining efficiency, but those, yes, can be researched repeatedly. So every time you research it, it increases the output of machinery by 10% per level. So now that I've got mining efficiency 3, I'm up 30%. I'm getting 30% more out of veins. The same thing happens with the pump jacks. Also can be researched repeatedly, and as you can see, they go up. So mining efficiency is 750 of each, and pump jack efficiency is 1,000 of each. So that's cool. The reason to keep your research going. I was a bit concerned that, you know, what do you do once the research is finished? But apparently it's not going to finish. And there's more stuff coming. I see the roadmap. They talk about Science Pack 6. I think what everyone needs to really understand is that this game is in early access. It's the first release in early access, so there are going to be little issues here and there. But overall, I mean, what we've got so far is a really good game. So in between episodes, I'll set up my production to go out to the veins over in the east. There's 3 of them. I need to put fracking towers in. I need to get pipelines with fracking fluid across there. Boy, this is still not filling up. So that's going to take quite a long time to do. And also the construction's far away, so those construction vessels are going to battle. Might need to build a couple more temporarily. I have continued to do the upgrades at the radio station, the radio tower. I think I just found out what the problem was. Transformers had tripped. Well, that's new. Huh. Didn't check that before, I just reconnected things. Anyway, yeah, so we've been doing this. I've got construction bay 5, solar panels 5 to come. Might as well start that one. Just let that continue. This side of the factory is eventually going to be ripped down. It's still serving a purpose right now, but it's going to have to go. Sort of everything from here backwards is going to be completely ripped out and other stuff done here. Maybe this is where I'll have more of the warehouses and more construction areas. Now, that's one thing I'm not doing in that area, and that's the construction materials. Maybe that's what I'll do in that little machine that's sitting idly by. If I've got the stuff on the belt that I can do it already, then I might just set that up. Oh no, that requires 6 inputs, and there's already stuff going on here. Well, I might be able to do it. I'll fiddle. It's possible. Anything's possible. And you really have to look at the building mechanic and see the building blocks and all that, because you can actually manufacture them. So if we go to C, there's all this decorative stuff, and there's white marble that you can make. Maybe I'll have an entire section just making different materials. These are different blocks, but there's decor shapes, and I fiddled around and made a funny little bollard down here. So you can make stuff like this. But I imagine with all the different shapes, you can make quite a good-looking building. So we're going to have to work on a supervisor's office up here. Anyway, if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know what you think of my layout, and let me know if you have any questions. I've been really messing around with this, and I went really slowly at the beginning, trying to figure things out. And right now, I'm like 100 hours into this game, and I've enjoyed every single minute of it. So thank you for joining me, and until next time, cheers!